I invite to share the presentation the Ministry's Director, Strategy, Business Facilitation, and Program Management. Will you please welcome Ms. Candice Lakansing.
Good morning. The Minister would have indicated the importance of strategic thinking, visioning, and planning. Therefore, immediately upon his assumption, he mandated the development of a strategic plan for the Ministry of Trade, Investment, and Tourism. This plan connects with the value and benefits to be achieved. And when referring to value and benefits of initiatives under the ministry, we mean socio-economic and economic outcomes that contribute to the sustainable development of our people and our country. These socio-economic and economic outcomes encapsulate increased skill job creation, increased productivity, higher national revenue, economic growth, among others. Of course, before we get into the objectives, we must understand the specific mandate of the Ministry of Trade, Investment, and Tourism. Our mandate is to significantly grow and develop the non-energy sector, and I stress the non-energy sector, through effective policy, facilitation, and influence in partnership with the private sector. Today, we will demonstrate that this ministry is not pursuing isolated initiatives. We are driving a bold, coordinated reset to unlock Trinidad and Tobago's non-energy economic potential. We will do this through 10 strategic objectives. 1, development of an integrated, representative national business organization. Achieved. 2, institutional resource alignment. 3, significant growth in foreign exchange earnings. 4, development of local business organizations. 5, improving the ease of doing business. 6, sustained investment for economic growth and diversification. 7, optimization of underutilized assets. 8, improving the quality of national goods, services, and institutions. 9, contribute to GDP growth over 6%. And 10, establishing a national tone that Trinidad and Tobago is open for business. These 10 strategic objectives are backed with measurable targets. Export revenue growth of US $2 billion within 2 years and US $5 billion over 5 years. And new investments valued at US $3 billion within 2 years and US $9 billion within 5 years. With respect to Objective 1, development of an integrative, representative national business organization. This has been achieved. The government recognized early on the importance of a strong partnership with the private sector. The fundamental reality is governments do not trade, businesses do. Therefore, the public and private sector partnership is the foundation for sustainable economic growth. The private sector organization of Trinidad and Tobago is now established and serves as a unified force for the private sector. They continue to work closely with the ministry in advancing the remaining 9 objectives. Under the second objective, relating to institutional resource alignment, the minister would have said that the key areas are trade, including export growth and foreign exchange generation, investment promotion and facilitation, tourism development, national quality improvement, and regulatory reform and efficiency. The institutional resource alignment strategic objective seeks to ensure that all the resources of the ministry have been integrated and aligned with those core business areas. We are integrating processes, people, technology, assets, and financial resources to create a results-driven ministry. We are operating as one integrated ministry, which is better equipped to serve you, the investors, entrepreneurs, businesses, and citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. This integration will be demonstrated during the presentations which follow. As we move through the objectives 3 to 7 on the screen, the ministry has set the direction and defined the plans to pursue the objectives. These plans and progress will be presented to you today. All of these plans include engagement with key stakeholders, for example, the private sector organization of Trinidad and Tobago. The reports that you will be hearing will demonstrate what has been done and what is being done differently toward achieving the targets. At Objective 8, improving the quality of national goods, services, and institutions, this is cutting across all objectives. As espoused by the Honorable Minister, the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards stands at the center of improving the quality of goods, services, and institutions within our nation. The TTBS Rethink has defined a new vision, strategies, and transformational initiatives to focus on embedding internationally accepted quality standards into the national landscape. Already, the Trinidad and Tobago Bureau of Standards is actively partnering and collaborating with key stakeholders to expand its capability and capacity and to raise the standard and profile of our country's goods, services, and institutions. For example, partnering with business consultants to support institutional quality, private accredited testing, certification, and calibration service providers to aid in assuring product quality, and professional organizations such as the Institute of Chartered Accountants for impacting services quality. The intent is for the TTBS to become the nationally trusted partner providing guidance for achieving quality with confidence. All of these objectives, 1 to 8, will collectively contribute to the achievement of Objective 9, GDP growth over 6%. Further, the achievement of all of the objectives will establish a national tone that Trinidad and Tobago is open for business. We are building confidence, we are building momentum, and we are sending a clear message to the world that Trinidad and Tobago is open for serious business. A significant amount of change and transition and the transformation of culture is required to execute and implement the plans towards the achievement of the strategic objective. One example of this change and transition is that we are all here today to share the ministry's objectives, plans, and achievements to date, and to engage you as the partners in this journey forward. We have clarified the purpose and objectives. We have specifically defined the plans. We have implemented and are progressing implementation. We are achieving, and you will hear more of this. We have conducted a rethink of the tourism sector and a rethink of our approach to quality. We have communicated these plans to the entire ministry and all boards and private sector. They all know the plans and are aligned and involved in executing the plans. We engage and continue to engage all teams, executive team, heads unit, regulatory bodies, agencies, together with the private sector on a weekly basis to report on performance. And we're serious about it. When there's a public holiday on a Friday, we meet on a Thursday, keeping the teams clinically focused on the plans. We know what we are seeking to achieve. We have planned. We have reorganized and aligned resources, and we are in implementation mode. We are achieving. However, there's much more work to be done. The ministry's first milestone target is set for 2027. And let me take the opportunity to remind you of those targets. Export revenue growth of US $2 billion within 2 years, that's 2027, and US $5 billion over 5 years. And new investments valued at US $3 billion within 2 years, that's 2027, and US $9 billion within 5 years. And we are on track. This ministry will continue to work relentlessly, together with the private sector, to the realization of the objectives set out. The future of Trinidad and Tobago will not be determined by circumstance. It will be determined by strategy and decisive action. Together, we have a role to build a stronger, growth-oriented, and more diversified Trinidad and Tobago for generations to come. The strategic objectives will remain up on the side screens throughout the entire presentation so that you can follow the plan and see how it is integrated. As these objectives have become embedded in our daily work, we look forward to them becoming the shared objectives of all our partners. Thank you.